Bonjour à tous et à toutes, je m'appelle Madame Cordel de Bilingual. Today I'm going to do a walkthrough mock on a question of a past paper, and hopefully this is going to help you get top grade. So we're aiming for a 9. So today we are going to look at a GCSE French writing. We're going to look at a question from a past paper on theme 1. Topic 1. So we're looking at identity and culture and the topic of me, family, and friends. Okay, so this is the question from a past paper. Vous décrivez vos rapports avec les autres pour un magazine français. Décrivez votre meilleur ami, des activités avec vos copains, vos copines, un anniversaire récent, votre préférence pour le mariage à l'avenir. Écrivez environ 90 mots en français. Répondez à chaque aspect de la question. So this is extract from an AQA past paper. And it is the first essay question, which accounts for 16 marks. So I would recommend spending about 20 minutes on this question. Okay, so this is your checklist for your writing for each essay, both the first and the second. I strongly recommend you have a couple of checks on each of these letters of this acronym, which is ACORNIT. The first one stands for adjectives. So you can use any adjectives, grand, petit, intéressant, intelligent. There are many. Just remember that the adjectives has to agree with the noun, okay? C is for connectives or comparatives. So connectives such as cependant, mais, en revanche, néanmoins, and the comparative, which obviously you use to compare two things, plus que, moins que, as well as superlatives as well, actually, le plus, le moins. You need to include your opinions, state it very clearly in your writing. Selon moi, d'après moi, à mon avis, je pense que, but it has to be in your writing, at least twice if you can. Once you've given your opinion, give a reason. So you need to justify your opinion using parce que or car. So I'm going to give you an example on how to use them for this essay question. Incorporate the negative structures. So you have a few to choose from. Ne pas, ne jamais, ne rien, ne personne. Always use a negative structure if you can. So instead of saying, for example, je déteste, which is negative, use je n'aime pas. And that way you have the ne pas in there. You also need to incorporate intensifiers. Très, vraiment, tellement, any of these work really, really well in your writing. And the last one is tenses. You have to include as many as you possibly can. Alors, this is the writing we're working on. So once you've got Acarnit on the corner of your paper, have a look at what you've been asked to do and see where you're going to put your tenses. That's the most important. The rest should fit in nicely within your writing as well, but tenses are the one that you need to try and perhaps plan ahead before you start writing. Okay, so let's have a look, and I'm going to give you an example. This question, obviously, you can write it to suit yourself. Pause the video perhaps now and do your own essay, and then you can compare it with the one I've done afterwards. Or you can have a look at mine and then perhaps try and you write your own and take some ideas from what I've done. So this is, of course, aimed at giving you a high mark. So we're trying to incorporate everything that you need, tick all the boxes so that you get a high grade 9 at your exam. So, vous décrivez vos rapports avec les autres pour un magazine français. Okay, so you're describing your relationships. Okay, the first bullet point is your best friend, votre meilleur ami. So this is an example of a first paragraph for that bullet point. Ma meilleure amie s'appelle Marie. On a le même âge, mais je suis plus grande qu'elle. Je pense que nous nous entendons très bien car nous ne nous disputons jamais. So if we have a look at this first paragraph, we're going to check it against Akornit. So first we need to have a look at an adjective. We've got one here. We are going to take a look at a connective, for example, here. We need an opinion. Je pense que. You need to give a reason, car. Negative structure is here. Nous ne nous disputons jamais. You've got the ne and the jamais. Intensifiers, I've got one here. And at least one tense for each paragraph, two if you can. And we've used the present tense here. Okay, so essentially for this first paragraph, I've got one check on each of these letters. Let's take a look at our second paragraph. Des activités avec vos copains, copines. Mes amis et moi allons souvent à la piscine ou au cinéma car ce n'est pas trop cher. Si nous avions plus d'argent, nous voyagerions partout pour explorer le monde entier. So you always need to try, of course, answer the bullet point, the question you've been asked, and then you can try and go a little bit further by giving additional information so that you can try and incorporate the tenses. So here we have, again, like a different personal pronoun, so as many as you can get in there. So we've got on, je, and here would be nous. Allons souvent à la piscine ou au cinéma. So diverse vocab will serve you greatly. So try and use different vocab for each paragraph. Don't use the same one as you did before to try and achieve that high mark. Car. So car is a synonym to parce que. So that's justifying your opinion. Here. Ce n'est pas trop cher. So here we have the negative structure. We've got an intensifier, an adjective. C clauses are really, really, really good for you to insert new tenses in your work. They allow you to use a couple of tenses in one sentence. And in here, we've used a couple of other tenses that we haven't used as yet, which are the imperfect and the conditional here. Nous voyagerions. So if we had more money, we would travel everywhere to explore the world, the whole world. Okay. So in here, we've got a few more checks that we could add to Akornit. Overall, I would recommend you have at least 2 checks for each letter, other than the T, which you would need a couple more if you can. So if we move on to the third bullet point, un anniversaire récent, a recent birthday. So this one here invites you to use the perfect tense, so make sure you lead with that. Okay? Donc, la semaine dernière, nous sommes allés dans un bon restaurant italien pour fêter l'anniversaire de ma copine. C'était vraiment délicieux. So, in here, we are introducing the perfect tense because they're asking for a recent birthday. And wherever possible, introduce the tense. Okay, so in here I'm introducing the perfect tense by saying last week. And then I have the perfect tense, and I'm trying to incorporate still some of these elements here, right? So I've got here the imperfect, I'm giving my opinion, but it's not clearly stated, saying it was really delicious. So I'm still having intensifier, I have adjectives, and I'm trying to vary the vocab. So instead of saying ami, because I've used it in the first paragraph, I'm using copine. Okay. Next, we have votre préférence pour le mariage à l'avenir. So your preferences for marriage in the future. So this one here invites you to use the future. So the future tense, look into the future. Je me marierai quand je serai plus âgée parce que le mariage est important. D'après moi, il faut se marier pour avoir une relation stable avant d'avoir des enfants. In here we're using the simple future, so we're introducing a new tense here and here, okay? And again, justifying my opinion. Again here, d'après moi, according to me, I'm giving my opinion, and I'm explaining why, okay? Donc, you can see here, in this example, I have gone by Acornit, which I strongly recommend you use for your writing because it's going to help you, provide you with a little checklist to make sure you achieve a high grade. Thanks for watching, and I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, then please give me the thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Let me know if there are any topics, grammar point, tenses you'd like me to cover in future videos in the comments below. Good luck with your revisions, and à très bientôt. Au revoir.